did you? Did you?
No, he got suplexed by an invisible person. I shot that one guy off the tower.
Yeah, someone did fall off, but it wasn't the
Yeah,
guy.
I shot. It was a different guy.
Marvelous. Well, that's all taken care of now. You leave the tower with your brand new ability. Don't forget that. You have a cool power that lets you go and heal up faster. Because you've been blessed.
Hymn of healing.
You've been blessed with raw healing potential. Rat hood. Where'd you get a rat hood, Bella? Probably from the
That was
lady.
from the druid.
That stupid hat she had. Hey, if it spices up the show a bit. You take the 2 people that you found inside the building and take them back. Under the good provisions that they can come back later once they've healed up a bit. Because it's not good to try and rest up inside of an old ruin. Especially not since you didn't kill any of the gelatinous cubes. And those might knock over those stone pillars and then they'll be resting and then they'll be cubed.
Cubes.
Gelatinous cube preservation is important. Do not disturb them during their work. I'm surprised you didn't try anything with the pillars, like trying to get a cube to fight those guys, but hey.
Nah, we were doing too good at shooting them.
You had too much fun committing the murder yourself.
They were hard at work. I didn't want to bother the cubes.
But they haven't cleaned those places in years. Or, well, days, weeks, I don't know. How can they take pride in their Employee of the Month recommendation if they haven't cleaned the whole place?
I do wonder if Alora would try to free the cubes.
I mean, if you're at this point, you might as well leave it there and leave it to the experts. They can clean up when they come back for their proper investigation. They have a nice little chat with you on the way back, saying that the Pathfinder Society owes you and all that kind of stuff. Because, the Pathfinder Society are individuals with a very modern look on life, almost as if they exist entirely to facilitate. Who knows? But they're weird. They think slavery is like bad, and they keep calling Cheliax something you don't know what it means. Oh well, maybe at some point in the future they'll make sense. The point is that they're very appreciative of your assistance, especially since you've apparently taken Aaron under your roof. Which will naturally come up in conversation, I imagine. I don't see any reason why you would keep that a secret, unless you're rude. It's like, yes, we had another friend, but he walked off into the jungle, and everyone just goes, yes, I wonder what happened to him. Not like we turned him into a breakfast burrito. When you eventually make your way back, it's already evening. You cleared out a dungeon in a whole day in a game where you're supposed to take rests after most fights, so kudos on that.
We did sort of breach and clear like half of the fights.
Yeah, my spells were pretty much useless.
Hey, you gotta keep all of your spells until the end.
Bella,
that's impressive.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing something that someone else suggested, which is every time someone gets a crit or a hit and it's entirely because of a buff, you give the buff person the credit for it. Apparently, it encourages people to start thinking about making everyone a bit stronger, because it's just one turn. You're gonna be here for a few turns, so you get your time to shoot your big spells. You pat him on the head. There. Also, intimidation helps you with spells because it lowers saves. So honestly, the scary wizard is now an archetype. Oh, you better not try and dodge this fireball, and shakes his fist at you. The mood back at the place is lovely. The big top is in good spirits. Apparently, they've given a show already by the time you were back.
Yay.
The professor will come over to you and gladly receive these 2 new guests and would like to know how everything went.
Better than we expected, honestly. Nobody got to the brink of dying. Well, I know one person did.
Yeah,
I did.
Not as often as usual.
It is always nice to see such a
that is the last time we did something.
Then clearly your abilities and skills are beginning to grow quite a bit. If you are able to handle things so cleanly this time. Well, we have given a lovely show in your absence to help soothe the suffering of the people of Abbottson a bit. But I'm afraid I have bad news of my own. We've been formulating we've been formulating some theories on what might be going on. I assume that you're just gonna give him like the full like what you discovered about the lady and the
Yeah, the
messages.
general breakdown.
Well, that does line up with what I was planning to do. I thought it might be a good idea to move the circus over to Escadar soon. It's a bigger town, so with our new and improved skills and acts, it'd be much better to perform there. Better revenue, as they say. Besides, I am honestly quite curious what is going on. It would not be good for business if the biggest metropolis in the inner sea were to suddenly dry up and die, now would it?
Probably not.
I would think not. That would just be terrible.
No, it's not just that. Were Absalom itself to dry up, then I'm certain that travel and trade all around the inner sea would very quickly dry up as well, and, well, I have no idea how Taldor and the other places will do, but it will certainly result in some problems for us. Besides, what sounds like there were quite some stinky fellows. Zolgath, you said, right?
Yeah, stinky doesn't even begin to describe it.
It's quite strange. You would know that Zolgath are like, they're not as interested in civilization. They're like the Amish in a sense, violent Amish. Not all of them like technology or those fancy frivolities. They just, they're just kind of simple people who like living the life, like football hooligans. They'll never contribute anything useful to society, but they'll still be there nonetheless. And you have to deal with them every once in a while, just like football hooligans. Gosh, and people say that these guys are indigenous people. Never seen indigenous people start attacking people for no reason, but football hooligans got you covered. Guess that's why the orcs in 40k are supposed to represent that.
All forms of football fans are crazy people. They scare me.
They literally sent death threats to a Dutch, I don't know what he was, if it was like the manager of a club or a building, but there's this building called the Kuip, and they wanted to replace it because it's an old building and they want to make a new, fancier one. And they sent death threats because they were like, no, if you remove the building, they'll play worse. You'll remove the good luck zone. And yeah,
crazy people.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how luck works.
The point is, the Zolgath they're organized. They don't go to buildings like this and start doing this kind of fancy stuff, which makes him believe that something is up. And when something is up and you're as old as this guy, you just get that sixth toe that starts to wiggle whenever you're like, this sounds like adventuring business now, doesn't it? I need to phone my local Pathfinder Society about this. And just puts his big hand against the phone. Hits all the buttons at once because he's clumsy. At his old age. The point is, he is the professor, don't forget, who has taken over since the last guy got fucking killed. What was it again? Poison?
Yeah. Snakes and rat poison.
He thinks it might be a good idea to take a look into this. After all, you seem to be competent individuals, and with the Pathfinder Society in your back. Well, you know what? I'm going to do this fun thing that I can do now, because I like to do it. Like, unfortunately, while Garlic is here, Garlic can't exactly chip in on this, because he doesn't understand natural language in a way that matters for this particular situation.
He's chewing on a big bone or something.
Ruby and Alora, you pick up on the fact that while he is talking about, like, oh, let's go do this, because you've recently run it, don't forget, you ran into those, what were they again, Victor Volcano and the clown guy?
Oh, yeah, the other circus.
Yes, what was it called? The Celestial Menagerie. Because you ran into them, there's this sort of undertone of, like, worry and fear, because you're in Aberton. There's no guard or security here that can keep you safe, but since you helped the society, and that good friend, Aaron, I think, yeah, that's his name, Aaron, was so elated to see that you've saved his friends that he'll send out the good word for you. He's also kind of like, if we go over to a town with a Pathfinder Society chapter, we can kind of hire some private security to protect us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you'll still be in Aberton for like a week as everyone packs up and takes care of everything and says their goodbyes and, spreads the flyers and sends out an advance messenger. All the good stuff. So, along that while, how about we all say, what are your new acts like? Because don't forget, you can also put up an act if you want to, and you've grown significantly in skill and potential.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to change about it?
Oh, it'd probably be some sort of dance with a spiritual weapon.
I mean, you were a sideshow, so
Yeah, but if I were to join, probably
yeah,
that.
you have floating little spectral images of what you're predicting.
Mm,
I mean, when you're high enough
Privately.
level, you can make it like a whole room situation where people float in space, like in that Mario in the Luigi's Mansion moment. Please do not photograph the moon. It breaks the illusion.
What is this inscription?
Oh no!
Get the wire fighting team ready.
Listen, I'm feeling sick today, so you're gonna have to do with the polygon models.
Mm,
So, Alora adds a little bit of pizzazz to the situation. Fuyu and Ruby, what do you do? You got anything to add? Anything to say, to do?
Mine would probably just be making things a bit more, impactful and dramatic with you, like, kind of combat-y moves and stuff when doing my fake fight with Garlic.
You just add a little bit of a lick to it. Gotcha.
I'm a
Marvelous.
fighter, what do you want from me?
I mean, I'm
Well-
an archer. I'm more narrow.
Well,
mean-
I mean, you can do like more accurate target practice. Hell, you could
Actually, I can use the Foxfire ability I gained to create lightning targets of my own and shoot them out of the air.
Hey, you know what you can also do? You can also have some dude who just starts juggling rings, which you shoot through as he does so. You know, add a little lick, or maybe do it while
And-
someone is like intentionally trying to move it away while they're sitting on horseback or riding around. You know,
and you're high enough low where you could probably bring audience participation. Stand in
Don't
front of this
kill
target and watch.
anyone.
Hey, who knows about William Tell?
gosh, I love these. I love these ones that it got here. The fireproof Flynn. He's a flying matchstick who juggles flaming knives in an amazing exhibition, certain to thrill and delight. And then there's the majestic Mistdancer. A horse and rider? No! The ersatz rider parts to reveal magnificent wings, and Mistdancer rises into the air above the crowds. It's a Pegasus. Why are so many of these tieflings? You got a tiefling doing the fire thing and a tiefling doing the smoke thing.
Because they have the ability to do like magic stuff to cause certain effects in the area, so they can cheat.
Certainly. There's a smoke dragon. The man who breathes smoke like a dragon. Sees smoke make fanciful and fearsome shapes with only a wave of his hand. You know, I understand that Pathfinder 2e wants to have what I like to call off-the-books magic, but you can't do that when you have a Vancian magic system. Just putting that out there, Pathfinder, you're making things weird. Ugh. You can't just make the rules whatever you want. Oh my goodness. Oh, why is Fidget here? Ugh, you'll find him eventually. But for some reason, the plucky Fidget is here to pulls elaborate fireworks from her bags, lighting and juggling them in a spectacle certain to amaze. That's dangerous, Fidget. Don't hurt yourself. The amazing aquakineticist. He's going to sit in the water and talk to a fish. See him cause water to rise, to flow, and dance in the air before your very... Oh, man. And then we got Avora and
Yeah, I
Gigi.
thought it was going to be just Aquaman for a minute there.
He does look... Listen. He fucking looks like Aquaman. Why? Look at him. Does he not say Aquaman?
That's just a dude.
Actually, he might kind of looks like Namor a bit more. It's the eyebrows.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a Namor.
Same dude, really.
Seems-
Like, he has a douchey look on his face of Namor too.
Now this is the one that I really like. It's Avora and Gigi. Gigi is a giant mammoth, and Avora is a half-orc in a pink dress. It's got style. No, that is the amazing aquakineticist. Fidget is like obviously the rat with the fireworks.
Yeah, but I posted Fidget.
Oh man, it's the bat. I love how she has the ability to stay perfectly still in place. Like, come on, artist. It takes a little bit to put a little sine wave on her motions. Make them off
Jeez.
cue. Bam.
She does move around a little bit while idle.
Although, that being said, there is a reason you wouldn't want to do it, and that's because it's very distracting next to the text you're trying to read.
Also, it's a game that was made like 2008 by one person, so
Now listen closely. Here's the deal. As our standards continue to rise, so too must we judge everything by the new standards. You're not allowed to say, this was good for its time. This was very impressive. And I liked it a lot. No. You're supposed to go, it's not Doom Eternal. So, and you just make a fart noise that everyone disagrees. And then in like 20 years, you get to put it on a show that's called The Angry Classic Gamer, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so old.
The angry classic game connoisseur.
I feel so old." Oh. But it's done on TikTok, and it's like a 1-minute review, and it has no cohesive points because it's too fast. Anyway, I like Avora and Gigi because it's like this dynamic duo demonstrates their unmatched strength. You've seen an elephant carry a person, but Avora can bear the weight of. God damn it! This is such a weird. This dynamic duo demonstrates their unmatched strength. You've seen an elephant carry a person, but can Avora bear the weight of her mammoth Gigi? Oh my God, she's gonna flip it around. I mean, gotta give him points for class. Marvelous. Anyway, it's a week later. You've all had time to recover your spell slots, get rid of your wounded, get your hit points back.
Yeah.
And off to Escadar you go.
Bella.
Luckily, you're a massive tour of people, so there's like really no travel risk for you. Anything that will attack you will probably just go look and go, probably not.
Nah.
I'll wait until like the merchant with like 4 people comes by. I think my odds are better there.
Yeah, unless we pass like a dragon, I don't think we're gonna get attacked.
I mean, even a dragon's like, I'd rather see the show than kill it. Because you need to remember this big top. This big top rolls up into a huge. Like you take the stands with you and everything. So you have multiple carts that are just loaded to the brim with woodworking and cloth, which does make you very combustible. It does do that. It does do that. You make your way over to Escadar. Takes a few days, but you get there nice and safe. Don't forget that you're looking for something called. It's a hall, but what kind of hall was it? What was the name before that? The word before that. Did you take notes, kids?
Yeah.
So we had notes.
Moonstone Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no idea what it is, but maybe you can learn about it once you're in town. Nice. Gosh, I love how your first thing as you enter town, as you make your fortuitous journey and spread the news to those who travel alongside you, is that you have to deal with local government. Nice.
Oh man, you have to deal with the man.
Because when you arrive outside of town, the first thing that your fine, kindly friend tells you is, we have a slight problem. Could you go and take care of, what's it called again? We need a place to set up. And it'd be best if we handle it with the Escadar law before we look like vagrants.
So you want us to go and get permits?
Effectively, yes. Additionally, I'm quite certain that they would tax any activities that take place, so they might accuse us of fraud or tax evasion if we decide to put it up without telling anyone.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, we want the read aloud? Here's a nice read aloud that tells you about the feel of the city. Although I honestly think that Tide of Humanity is a bit on the nose. The sharp tang of salt permeates the air, and the gulls that swoop and cry overhead marks the city's proximity to the sea. Grandiose buildings in the city centre rise above sprawling markets and squalid tenements. Proud ships sail in and out of the harbour with the wind and labour. Wait, what? With the wind as labourers, and travellers mill about the docks and quays. Oh, I see. Okay. Thought it was metaphorical, not comparative. Or no, wait, simultaneous. Ugh. The tide of humanity ebbs and flows throughout the port city. Hawkers pace the crooked streets and shout various offerings to passerbys. Fishmongers sing out daily catch, traipsing in meandering paths through crowded markets. Armed guards in navy blue uniforms with bronze badges patrol the busy intersections, their eyes scanning the crowds. Dirty-faced urchins dart on afoot, seeking dropped coins or untended purses. Walking through the streets of Escadar is similar to peering through the pages of history, with newer projects are built practically on top of older buildings. Foundations, millennia old, support brand new structures. The city growing proudly higher and higher. There is old New York under this neo New York, isn't there?
There is definitely an old New York.
Welcome to Neo Escadar. Please do not think about old Escadar. Whoops. Alright. You've arrived in Escadar, and as mentioned, you probably should figure out where to go. And if you go with like, I probably figured this out on your own, because the second you ask literally anyone on the streets, you're pointed towards Conclave Square. Now, imagine you had like multiple government buildings, and they sort of blended together over time as more additions were made. That's kind of what Conclave Square is. It used to be a square, now it's just one big ass building. That just shows you what big government is really up to with this big reset. Except if you listen to the actual capitalists, the big reset is really about making them appear more green than they are and fooling all of us into thinking that capitalism is good when they know it's very bad. It's a reset of opinions. Wink. Anyway, that's enough conspiracy theories. What do you want to do when they got your Neskadar?
Get permits, apparently.
Yeah, we better go and get those pretty quickly.
maybe
Excellent.
explore a bit after.
First, I think the permits, though. We kind of want to get the paperwork done.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
You know, everything can wait except paperwork.
You are soon directed to an individual known as Andera Pauldreen. What a mouthful. Wait. What are all your... I guess Laura would be the one with the highest like diplomacy check. Yeah, gosh. Why? It's DC 15, really? You could do that in your sleep.
She probably did.
It's like, I want to explore. Bep, 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 bep.
I mean, my diplomacy is actually pretty okay.
Nice. Well, I would tell you what building of Conclave Square you're going to, but since it's one massive structure, you enter and there's like lots of little signs that point every which direction, and you try your best, and eventually manage to get yourself to a receptionist who can tell Andor Pauldreen. That's Pauldron. It's Pauldron. It's a bastardization of the word, just like Aberton. Someone is having a great time bastardizing words. I mean, it's fitting. I'm pretty sure she has a Pauldron. Unfortunately, it takes 1d6 hours for her schedule to open up. So let's see how long this will take. How busy is she today? Apparently fucking busy as hell. You're gonna see her in the evening, man.
Jesus.
We could be here for a while.
You know, that sounds like a great excuse to take a look around town.
Yeah,
Gather
let's
some
go look around
intel.
town, then.
See,
We have an
you know,
appointment. We're fine now.
Someone will come and get you when the time is right. Particularly an individual who is Derricus Stollet. That's an awkward name now that I say it. The constable. The deputy constable, to be specific. Chief constable's Andera. She gets to slam her fist on the table and say that you're out of line.
I'm out of line. This whole court's out of line.
No, it's
slam
out of
that
order.
badge on the desk.
I know that quote now. It's you're out of order. Everyone is out of order. And he loses in the end.
Off your line.
Excellent. So what do you want to explore around town, Laura?
Well, we could try to find some nifty, things to buy, or hit up some taverns. Have we been to a tavern before?
You want to get
I'd like
On
to.
this campaign.
you want to get slammed?
I
That'd
mean,
be
not slammed before a meeting, but
a good first impression.
Get tanked. Sloshed.
I don't think that's a good idea.
we could find something to do. It's a city. We could find like maybe an entertaining area.
Got 6 hours to kill. There's also the impending doom of the other circus being around. I could probably, keep an eye out. Just try and...
This is true. We could ask about like if they've been here already. Like, hey, have y'all seen a very intimidating circus roll into
Like
town?
lots of sharp things.
Like shark bait's teeth. The itty bitty chompers.
Like we have sharp things, but at least our sharp things seem safer.
Shit, where did I put this map?
We don't have a clown that just looks like he'd murder every child in a 100-foot radius.
Yeah, see, ours at least looks like a friendly clown. I assume you have a clown.
I think we have several. They come with the tent.
You buy the 10, you get like 3 clowns.
Okay, I know that I saw a pretty neat map for Escadar. Let me see if I can find it again. That might be it. Let's take a look. Because then you have something to look at while we're doing this. Yeah, I got it. This'll help a bit.
Woo woo.
No, I'm gonna put this in the Extinction Curse folder. That way I know where it is. 1, 2. Oh, cool. It's got a weird name with a Z. Oh no! Wait. Whoops. Whoops.
I like names with Z's.
Nerd.
Only cool people have C names.
I know. I agree with this. This is why Ringo, who can't hear me, because he has headphones on, they're apparently super good quality. He's a nerd.
Anyway, this is what Escadar looks like to your very eyes.
Yeah, he didn't hear a word I just said.
Nerd.
Safi said you're a nerd. Nothing. He's like 10 feet away, too.
Lovely. Let me pull you towards Escadar. I love that there's a place called Dyson Duty nearby the harbor. That's a great place to be. Well, if you want to, you can always just bum around for 6 hours. That's also fine. Then I'll just roll a handful of problems for you.
I mean, I'm up for problem rolling.
Excellent. Let's see, which one of these buttons rolls a full dice pool? There you go. Well, apparently nothing happens. Lovely.
Wow, so we had 6 hours to do nothing and nothing.
No, nothing bad happens. That's what the roll is about. You say hello to some people, you shake some hands, but you don't like run into the Celestial Menagerie, you don't run into some Zolgath who are skulking around town trying to find people to kill for kicks. You don't run into a corrupt guard who wants to take your money because, you know, you're walking around looking awfully plush with the wallet there. You could miss a few coins for the local government.
I could do some fortune telling to earn some money
Oh my
while
goodness.
I'm here. Though I don't know if earned income can be like under 6 hours.
I mean, you could earn like a partial income, I guess, is the idea. You try to I guess the idea is you would sooner market like your thing, you know, your home, your deal, your show, your big top, your tent, your all the good stuff. You're sooner marketing that than you're actually earning an income. But that's all right. After 6 hours, you are indeed retrieved by a fine individual. Let me look at his picture so I can show you his Oh my god, this is one of those guys with the big smiles that I showed you earlier. Which one is it? Is it this one? No, that's the... There we go. The show must go on. Was it the show must... No, it is... It's the other one, ain't it? Let's see, can I find this dumb mother clucker? Where are you? Hello? Darius, look at this guy. Look at him. That guy comes to get you.
All you have to do with the win and grin.
Oh yeah. He's like, hey buddies.
He'll take you over to the
Man with
fancy
the plus-
office.
Man with the +5 charisma score. Look at that.
You know, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. What is his charisma score? Let's take a look. It is +4. And it
Can you
does...
just feel the little, like, sparkle off his teeth?
And he doesn't...
Ding!
Ting!
Oh my god, he's Chip Skylark.
My shiny
no.
teeth and me.
We can't do this.
His shiny teeth that sparkle.
Just like the stars in space. Oh no, Aurora. They're gonna be shipped. No.
Or it's just floating off towards the gnashing teeth in the sky. But it turns out it was Cthulhu all along. No.
Damn it, I hate it when that happens.
When it turns out the star in the sky were actually the gnashing teeth of an old one. But I gotta say, at least he takes care of them pearly whites. Thumbs up to the old one.
How do you brush conceptual teeth like an old one?
Listen, on a conceptual level, they have conceptual toothbrushes. This is how it works. Everything gets elevated one level of existence. You are shown to a small circular office paneled with rich brown wood, Contains a writing desk, shelves, and stacked with records, and a row of chairs. It's positioned near the door for visitors. Like the principal office, or is it like musical chairs? Pizer, you're not helping me here. I need to know if they can play musical chairs. A framed painting of a kestrel in flight hangs in a place of prominence behind the desk, aka it's right behind her and it looks intimidating above her so that you're just looking up and going, and she's like, I'm sitting down here.
Oh, Safi.
Yes.
Ringo just yelled at you.
What did he yell? What is...
He yelled that you're a nerd.
God damn, what a delayed response.
Yeah.
A medal stand to the west displays an ornate falchion and a battle-worn breastplate polished to a brilliant shine. A small, muscular human woman, I almost want to say man-woman, sits behind the desk, dressed in a dark blue uniform with a golden badge of office pinned to the left shoulder. The shield-shaped badge bears the engraving of an osprey with a fish clutch in its talons. The woman listens intently to an individual sitting across from her, a smarmy human with a striking royal purple suit, and only a few buttons and ruffles shy of garish. Ooh, read aloud, you're harsh. What a burn. The woman's hawk-like gaze darts to the open door. She took her sweet time. We got to see the whole room before she saw us. And she holds up a hand apologetically to the man in purple. Thank you, Delamar, for bringing this issue to my attention. If that is all, it appears I have another appointment. Wave, wave. And he goes, wah. Anyway, you know which one he is. He's this guy. He also has a winning smile. The fact they call him garish, though.
Here's some smiley people.
You can tell he's garish because his shirt is pink.
Wow, Paizo. Anyway, this is what the lady looks like. I gotta be honest. The white hair does blend nicely with the outfit.
Yeah.
But there's something about those hip covers that I don't know what to think about.
She's very business focused.
If she was going to be business casual, she would have worn a better pantsuit. But hey. You are invited to sit across from her while the individual that she introduces, Delamar, stands up and stands off to the side, clearly not content on leaving this conversation quite yet. Now, you might know why that is, because Delamar Javin, what is he again? Is he the crier? He works for the Celestial Menagerie. Let's put it like that. Gosh, what does he do? It doesn't mention. Oh, yeah, I mean, the point is he handles, like, public relations to some extent. So, him being here is, Anyway, the lady invites you to sit down and tell her why you are here, you bunch of clowns. Because you aren't dressed like merchants. You aren't dressed like important people who know what fashion is. Also, you parked a Drake outside.
Don't worry, he's very well behaved.
You better park him inside the squares.
Really, it would have been best if we could have brought him in, because, Garlic really likes hanging out with Ruby. What?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't know if he fits inside of a stuffy office like this.
He doesn't like paperwork.
So do you want to take a seat or what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a seat.
She gestures with her hands as if like, well, what is it?
We are here with a circus, and we would like to get some paperwork so we can set up our show just outside of town.
Ah, yes.
You don't want to step on any legal toes, as it were.
Ah, yes. I already heard from Delamar here that you may be attempting to do such a thing. And spoke extensively about your record as dangerous elements.
Wait, what?
Oh, Delamar, that's not very nice.
Does he have a mustache? Please tell. He has a mustache, and he can twirl it at you.
Oh, he's one of them.
I believe we left on very good terms, good sir.
No. You can say what you want. But I'm very much aware that you have come here to stir up some trouble, yeah? You come from the small towns where things are going bad, and things go bad because you are there, of course. And now you come here to make things bad here, too, yeah?
Now, sir, we went to a small town, things are bad, and then we made them better. Things are fine now.
Tusk. Last I hear, they are still having bad harvest in the lot, so I don't think you're helping them much at all. Except bringing back the, what was it, a stink of lizards?
think we
Oh.
removed the stink of lizards more than anything.
We removed a lot of lizards.
Mm-hmm.
And demons. Mostly demons.
The demons are less fun.
If you are here to take care of mercenary business, as you appear to imply, then you are not exactly a circus now, are you?
No, that was coincidental that we got dragged into that.
So you are circus people who coincidentally take care of business that is usually reserved for individuals such as the local law, the Pathfinder Society, or other mercenary organizations.
Well, I mean, they started it.
So you
Well,
decided to incur in foil, deciding to ignore local law to take matters into your own hands.
The local law asked for our help.
Yeah, they came to us. It was specifically asked to assist in all the matters that we were involved in by the mayor.
Delamar
Who we rescued.
steps up. No. This, of course, assumes one important detail, which is that they have gotten the mayor in trouble, I've heard, and then, worst of all, the deputy is dead. Or was it the sheriff instead? Point is, they've not exactly left things in good shape now, have they?
We rescued the mayor from a cult.
Be it after you sent him to the cult in the first place, I've heard.
He went there of his own volition. We didn't send him anywhere.
All right,
We
I
didn't
think
know
we're
about a cult.
I think we're in deep enough that at this point it comes down to a battle of wits. Can someone give me a diplomacy check?
Well, I wasn't talking, so.
What's your diplomacy at, Dizzer?
0.
Okay, I'll go for it.
I
then.
mean, you can
I've got a
use
10
you
on
can
this.
use the highest modifier if you want to, because personally, you're all arguing this together.
Then go ahead, Bella. I assume yours is higher than 10.
Yep.
Do it.
Sweet fuck.
Nat 20. You didn't disarm him, Bella. You broke this man.
Luckily, you had indeed sent out some messengers ahead of time, or at least the professor had, about the new coming of the circus. The professor could not resist inserting details like contains certified demon slayers and all that kind of stuff, endorsed by the local druidry. Even invented a word for it. The point is, she has heard of these events, and honestly, why would she take them in a negative light when clearly no one has come up to or protest any of this yet? Also, she's seen non-criers talk about it too, so you know.
More than just tabloids.
Well, I see your argument then. Delamar steps up, however, and decides to insert a new wrench into this works, which, not like Pauladrine wasn't going to mention this herself either. There is the problem, of course. You must not forget that there is already a circus in town. Having 2 circuses, sounds to me like trouble stirring. The people can afford 2 circi.
Delmar,
He
would you
just-
like to see your fortune?
Is no one
by
going to
anything?
mention that he just did the wrong plural, like it was Latin? Circi.
I don't think Ruby's smart enough to pick up on that. I know she's pretty smart. She's just not very smooth.
I mean, you at the very least would know that's.
I mentioned it.
You would at the very least know that it's circuses. So what a circi is beyond you.
I just assumed he was talking about circuses and using his funny accent.
I mean, he is hamming it up. The point is, he makes this argument that there's already a circus in town. You don't need another circus. That's just more trouble. It's more vagrants walking around all over the place. More invitation for criminals wheeling about.
I mean, there's no reason that we can't have 2 circuses around. I mean, this is a big city, after all. Of course, there's always the chance that, fate will be on our side and not yours.
Okay, what does that mean? Because that sounds like a
That-
credible threat under some circumstances.
Yeah,
It
that
sounded like a threat.
was
No,
very menacing.
I mean, I'm just saying that we could be, potentially, it would be more of an issue for them if we were to perform, because I find us more entertaining. Is what Alora is trying to say.
Oh, you're trying to be like, oh, you guys got nothing. We're not afraid of you.
Yeah.
Bam, bam. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Well,
I mean, you could, ask Desmond.
Andera is pretty much asks the obvious question. If you're so good, how about you give me a little act, give me a little spice, show me what you got. Although she says it in that same monotonous voice she went with before, like, okay, if you claim to be
Hmm.
so good at this, then how about you try and impress me? Because I have seen the Celestial Menagerie, and they have quite the act.
Alright.
Gosh, you know what? I'm gonna look at because they do appear as a map, so I'm gonna look that one up because I think it's perfectly fair if she like mentions one of the actual acts there. Oh gosh, I know exactly which act she's gonna bring up because it's a fun one. They have this really interesting wheel that foretells your fates. And then Delamar, as if publicly, cordially invited, steps forward and immediately goes, "Oui, oui, the wheel of fate tells all fortunes of all who come near it. At dusk or at dusk, it will tell you all you wish to know about future events. The hollowed wheel, yeah." God dang, he takes a while to get over that. You would know the hollowed wheel is it's a large prize wheel decorated on 8 wedges. Each with a different rune, you can win all kinds of prizes and fun things with it, and supposedly tells your fortune like hollow cards do. Anyway, you wanted to present your act?
I mean, I'd argue that there's no person behind the wheel. I tell fortunes, my friend.
Well, go ahead, Alora. You can
Alright.
you can use performance for this one as you try to sell your act.
Yeah. I'll pull up the cards and do a little fortune teller dance.
You know what you would like to see what the rest of you do, especially the one who probably walks around with a bow over their shoulder.
Yeah, I do have a bow over my shoulder.
I mean, I can't really do anything unless we go outside.
That's okay.
Do you think I
Garlic
can do
is-
something inside?
She assumes
I
that you're
mean-
capable of something, given that you ride a drake around.
I can't do my job inside. I have a bow.
Well, if she's more
Uh,
interested in you, then you can go first.
So you, I could help you out if you don't mind.
And how would you do that?
I cast spiritual weapon, make an arrow.
I have my bow. I just don't want to shoot it in the house.
No, I'm just gonna tell you to shoot it at me. I'm gonna put something on my head.
This sounds safe. I'll do it.
All right. Show me the goods.
Okay, let's see if this is the one time I don't roll a critical.
Well, you have a hero point. You start the session with one. Everybody gets one for free. And if they roll, oh, nice.
Critical.
Actually, with that, I think you've already ended the conversation. I was about to introduce Delamar going like, but they fought in a church, and they had a murderer in their house. But now it's like,
Okay, so what happens is, she gives me the spiritual arrow, and it's like, here's an apple. And she goes to put it up, and as she holds it up, she accidentally shows the bottom part of the apple for a split second. I shoot through the bottom and quarter the apple.
I actually would have much preferred if like the apple has an arrow in it suddenly, and you shoot it like a second later.
To
There's
be
just
fair,
an arrow in it. They look over me. I still have the bow drawn.
And you're aiming it at like a wall.
to be fair, if Fuyu had missed, I would have used my bonus action to move the arrow on my own to actually shoot the apple.
But then you're
Shoot.
like, whoa.
Shoot Delamar's mustache clean off his face.
But yes,
That happened on the side.
But yes, that is a critical. And with that, you've actually removed all of Indira's resistance points because, you know, game mechanics. The point is that she's sufficiently swayed that you're probably not going to be a problem. Who cares if you got into a fight in a church? Wasn't there like a demon in there or something? And who cares if you harbored a murderer? That guy killed like your boss. That doesn't sound like something you want. Although, squints at you. Squint, squint. I love that even if you fail this one, you just get taxed more. She's just like, listen, I'm going to put all my guards right on top of you. They're going to yell at you all the time. That takes money. You don't want it, but it takes money. Welcome to government.
Also, since we double crit, do we get taxed less?
They pay us taxes.
No. Well, since we don't do the more sophisticated circus system, you don't have to worry about it. But basically, your tax is 5% instead of 20, and you have 2 weeks to set yourself up and give up a show. You know, demonstrate that you're actually legit about this and not a criminal organization just using a front. Additionally, she assigns you your location. Since the Celestial Menagerie has been set up outside of town to the west, she thinks it's best if you set up shop outside of town to the east. No, wait, I think this is north-south, so that'd be the south, right? Oh, who cares? You're on the other side of town compared to the Celestial Menagerie. There's a space out there somewhere that she wants you to clear out, and you can definitely tell that it's like, you're going to clear a space out so that I can use it for other things later. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Right.
Just be careful. There have been rumors of like a big werewolf or whatever out there, so be careful. Don't worry about it.
I eat werewolves for dinner. I don't want to start my day with that much meat, though. So that's my dinner.
Delamar Giovanni, realizing that you apparently are more than capable of handling yourself in the art of communication, quickly slides out of the scene. You barely even noticed he was gone. If it wasn't for the fact that he wore such a bright and loud shirt, that you must notice that he's gone, for it shouts no more. You are left inside of the stuffy office, and it's been a while, and it's now late, and there is like, okay, you've made your point. I'm going to give you permission to set up on the other side of town. There's a nice clearing there that if you clear it out a bit more, I'm sure you can set up a nice top tent, but maybe like check out the water nearby. Heard things of will-o-wisps, wolves, explosions.
So
Yeah, you can kill the lights. It's fine.
we gotta make sure it's safe for us then.
Oh, but if you get into any trouble with the Celestial Menagerie and any complaints are raised as a result of it, I'm going to hold you responsible before I hold them responsible, given that you're the new foreign element here.
Man, that is very inconvenient.
Zero and go.
Like I said, inconvenient, and she sits there and she looks at you and she squints like that's what a criminal would say right before they commit a crime. Although to be fair, that is her job, to look at criminals and go, "Rrr." So don't take it too personal.
Crime. I've never done a crime in my life except desertion.
Anyway, there's one more thing I need to talk to you about, which is that since you come from the Celestial Menagerie, I can give you some facts. Let's see.
Great facts.
A hero formerly with the Celestial Menagerie knows the first 3 facts from the top of their head. Mr. Stusklat is the charismatic catfolk ringleader and owner of the Celestial Menagerie. The Menagerie's ever-changing roster of performers combined with its interactive circus grounds make it popular with Escadar's citizenry. It's a big shot place. Fact number 2. She employs a variety of performers, including magical monsters and creatures of legend under her firm control. Audiences cheer for cavorting azaras, juggling giants, and mammoth riders. Fact number 3. Mr. Stusklat uses dubious means to keep her performance in lines. Nebulous rumors of blackmail, wage theft. Don't call it withholding wages, Paizo. Call it what it is, you capitalist scum. It's wage theft, the biggest theft in America. And outright abuse surround the menagerie. And supposedly something about drugs and magic. Who knows? No evidence is ever surfaced to back these claims, and disgruntled circus employees tend to mysteriously disappear. In case you can't connect the dots, you are inconvenient.
Hooray.
There are more facts you can learn if you put in the effort. But you don't have to. It's all just fun things to learn. Oh man, I love the last fact because it's just cute. It's just like, oh. I mean, to be fair, she does look like the kind of person to sleep around.
Oh, she'd
Oh
be
my God.
promiscuous?
Oh, she's stolen many hearts over the years. It's great.
Have you seen her? Dang, she kitty.
And she's stolen even more wages. Evil.
Hey, in a capitalist society, stealing a heart is perfectly legal, as long as it's not prostitution. Well, actually, why wouldn't... I guess they wouldn't really care. It's more to... It's the weird combination of Christian Puritanism and the incredibly unpure concept of excessive greed. It's great. I love how the two parties are completely oil and water in and of themselves. It's great. What a great political system. Anyway, time to set up the circus. Head back outside of town. Shake some hands with your friends. Professor's like, gosh darn. Sounds like you did a great job.
It's what we do.
Soon enough, you'll be out by the outback. And when you're there, the tents get set up. Some small clearing happens, underbrush and thickets taken care of. It'll be morning by the time you are told what to do or what needs to be done. You have 2 weeks, although depending on how she counts it, you might only have 13 days. Should have asked about that. Oh well, who cares? You've got more than
Yeah,
enough
we
time
don't-
to set everything up.
Yeah.
The professor comes on by and says that there is something he needs you to help with.
Oh.
I realize that the term dangerous plot refers to this map does in fact refer to it being as a plot that is dangerous, not a plot, as in a story that is dangerous.
So it's like the area is dangerous.
I gotta say, Paizo, you really had me there for a moment. I like it.
You got me.
I thought it was gonna be like a spooky, scary thing. Additionally, while you're doing this, the professor will send out his probing scouts to go see if he can figure something out about this Moonstone Hall place. The Woodworkers District. Oh, that is a place on this map. Cool. I guess the person who made this map was paying attention. Nice.
Also,
So-
I don't see the map.
You don't see the map? Oh gosh, I know
No.
exactly why. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I completely forgot to turn these buttons off. Because the default is you can't see shit. Now you can see shit.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a place.
Hey, you're here. I'm sorry.
Ah.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I'm so dumb.
It's okay. Wow, this is a big city.
It's pretty sizable, especially compared to Aberton. Like, Aberton is like one district.
Aberdeen is the puddles.
The puddles.
That's it.
Poodles.
The Estertoil. That's a cool place for a name. The outskirts, the sun fields. Are they north or south? I think those are actually north of the equator, so that wouldn't be the sun fields compared to the Sestertoil. Point is, you're in a new cool place, and the professor wants to do some investigating of his own. And also, do some town criering business. Who doesn't want to yell at people? Actually, it
Yeah,
used to be the
yeah,
town
it's
crier.
living.
You have a new one nowadays. I forgot. He's like all soft-spoken because he ran his fucking voice dry. Anyway, he sends you out to a small, dangerous corner of the neck of the woods to go and just clean it up a bit. Just get rid of the bad things. Also, maybe the howling that they heard at night. Did you hear that?
Alright.
It's like in the middle of the night. Suddenly, a wolf goes woo,
Oh, well,
but not like a cute little puppy that everyone's like, oh, there's a little puppy going out woo woos. But like a
Oh,
big,
well.
scary, I'm gonna eat your butt. I'm gonna bite it. A woos.
oh no, my butt.
It's eaten. Just completely consumed.
I'd be
Need
down
that.
for going out for a night walk.
Additionally, while you're there, maybe keep like an eye out for like celestial menagerie spies and the lot.
I have
Yeah.
good dark vision.
You never ever know if that Delamar guy shows up and is like, snooping around. And if he is, just push him in the river or something. Like don't hurt him too much. Just get him messy. He'll probably run away the second you get him dirty.
Shove him in a locker.
You're allowed to take a locker with you if you want to, but people need them to store their things. I love the token I made for him because it captures his winning smile. All right. I'm going to preload this scene so that you don't have too much issue. Good news, you're going to be in an open area where you can actually move around a little bit with
Yeah.
Ruby.
Wow.
Because as mentioned, you are pointed towards a rocky, hilly outcrop. They are clearing the area out. Like they're getting rid of the underbrush, they're getting rid of the trees, pulling out the stumps. It takes a lot of work, and it's boring work. It's not your kind of work. You're a performer. You got skills, things to do, places to go. And so you are guided by the professor over to a place where supposedly some dangerous things might be. Be careful. 3, 2, 1, map activate.
We are now in the dangerous plot of land.
For some reason, the map didn't think to make the trees difficult to look through, but that's fair enough.
It looks pretty nice here, actually.
It does. I mean, you are setting up tent here. It'd be terrible if this place was just a swampy mess. The point is, consider this a pseudo-abstraction of there are things that are dangerous because this is a patch of wilderness that you are clearing out. So clear it out for them before, someone gets hurt, considering you're the guys who are the toughest motherfuckers in the team.
We are.
It smells. I know what it smells like when you cut down a tree, but I imagine that it has a distinctive smell. Very woody smell.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
a
a
kind of
big.
sawdusty smell.
It's like cut
Depends on
grass
the kind
but
of
bigger.
tree.
Also, there's the constant
A lot of
sounds of like distant trees getting chopped down. There's the sun that beats overhead, and it's quite a strange experience being like right next to a deforestation operation where you're going ahead taking care of more deforestation. But hey, you're close to town. Monsters shouldn't be here anyway. They should have known better.
Also, the game is paused for me, so I can't move my.
Reload because it is not paused for me.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
must
yeah.
select one PC token. Oh my god, what the hell? This is incredible. There's a calculator that calculates speed.
Gasp.
It also says uninjured over our heads now.
Yeah, you can hover
I
over
noticed that
yourself
too.
for fun things. Oh wow, it actually just straight up tells me like how many hours something takes to travel. So if I were to say I want to go 50 miles, 3 days and 7 1/3 hours. Nice.
And that's assuming non-stop, I assume.
That is assuming. No, actually that's with the exploration search speed. Let's go full speed ahead. Then it only takes 1 day and 2 hours. Really, 50 miles. Oh, but this assumes that they have a 45 movement speed because it's garlic. Garlic, you scamp.
Garlic Speedy.
Once you can see the map, we can go on. Also, hey,
Loading.
you're in the edge of the wilderness. Maybe you'll find like a dead body or some cool loot that someone hid.
Wow.
Like, if I ever run away, I'm gonna take this with me. And then he just dies because he's an idiot who thought he should go this deep into the forest before he hides his things. Dummy. As mentioned.
Let's go.
Lovely wilderness. You exit the small grove and peer down the woody hallway.
Oh wait.
You see a marshy area to the south, a large cavern-like structure over to the east.
Well, if we're looking for howling wolves, the cavern's probably the best choice.
That's usually where wolves would be. Wolves are vaguely related to me.
Wow. That's fascinating.
I'm a fox.
Oh,
Really?
that's a very distant relation.
Like
That's
third
vaguely.
cousins at least.
Flora, you peek. And what you see down this little passage is a little baby grove, a glade, one might say. Well,
Oh,
I got the hiccups. I got a drink.
oh
Oh
no.
no.
Drink.
My tummy's got the rumblies.
Not the tumbly. Roll for
Okey-dokey.
tumbly.
Well, it's a nice glade. That much I can tell you.
Ah,
Whatever there's something in there, who knows?
should we check the glade before we go to the cave?
I'm gonna check
Yeah.
a little bit because I'm probably better at hunting.
It's
Sort of
along
my
the way,
thing.
might as well.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
So what should I do? Perception or survival to look around myself?
Well, you are standing at the edge of it, so the best you can do is take a look over the place.
You have to go in to see.
Laura steps aside. You gotta go in to take a look.
I'm gonna go here.
Just push him in the back,
and
fool you in the back.
Perception all over.
You take that's not a thing. Just take a casual glance around the place, at best.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, even with the
Zachary
penalty
needs to
for
tell me
being
what to roll.
unthorough in your approach. Let's take a look. Well, you notice that someone signed the oak tree's trunk with their name. There's a knot in the oak tree's trunk, which has carved initials JW.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, it's worse than I thought.
Even in D&D, they follow me.
It's an unusual
I'm gonna
knot, but
give
there you
this
go.
place more of a look around because if there's a carving like that, that might mean people have been here.
No, it can also mean that people have been here long ago.
Yeah, it's just right next to a town. People probably come here all the time.
Yeah, maybe it's two lovers.
Well, there's no heart around the carving, so must not have been a very good love.
You know, normally they put a plus in the middle. It's lovers.
JNW sitting in a tree.
So I'm gonna give it a close look.
Well, as I mentioned, there's a knot in the oak tree's trunk, carved with some letters, whose meaning escapes you, unless you know someone called JW, in which case, what a coincidence.
Doesn't seem like anything else here then. Away.
Handsome.
Away.
Away, away.
Marvelous. Down the road you go. Hey, there's like a little
Trippy.
ruin in that swamp. Now that you get a closer look. Neat.
We'll go have a look at this swamp real quick. I'm good at balancing.
Indeed. Several trees have been used to create bridges. Although, I gotta be honest, those are some heckin' tall trees. Several floors high.
Yeah, they are.
I love that the whole swamp has a indicator. Just swamp. A few small streams empty out into this water feature. Man, I really like the water ripples. Those are neat. They look really nice.
They do.
A small stream empties out into this place, and it seems that it's large enough that evaporation can keep it in check, but the land around it is like super soggy. Also, I'm pretty sure swamp is like the acidic one or the basic one, with lots of trees. Lots of trees, that's the one. I love that swamps, marshes, fens all have their own special designations. It's so neat. But if you want to take a closer look, you're free to balance over those wooden
I'm gonna
whatchamacalls.
balance over this because I took a specific feat where I'm better at balancing.
Feet.
You will have no difficulty at all because efforts have been taken to like flatten out the top.
Yeah,
So-
I took steady balance.
Nice. Well, as I mentioned, you don't need any specific balance to get across these bridges. They're nothing too exciting.
I follow.
Just hold for you, Sandy.
Garlic,
You'll be
be
safe.
careful with your feet.
Yeah, the garlic, this is actually a bit of a challenge.
Go
But they have big
store.
wings. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
They spread them for balance.
I mean, they can flap them. Gives a lot of extra energy.
Also, Safi, this kind of swamp would be very basic.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's a pretty simple swamp.
Now that you're standing in the middle of things, you hear a few things. First, you hear a loud bang coming from over here-ish, like to the east. Not like a kaboom, but more like a pop. Like someone lit off a firecracker. Secondly, you notice some dancing lights over the west on that small island.
Oh,
Those probably the will-o-wisps the person talked about.
Definitely. Elora, you see some feet inside the room,
Ew.
sticking out. They're boots.
Feet.
explore the feet.
You find a
Did you-
skeleton.
Oh,
Wow.
Judging
bones.
by the height, either a gnome or a halfling. Not a kobold, no tail.
or a kid. But we don't go there.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say, why
think-
don't we go in there?
Think like
The proportions.
a child and a halfling. Yeah, that would have different proportions.
Like- I imagine that in the setting, most people are aware of what the proportions are, so that you don't look like an asshole when you call a kid a gnome and a gnome a kid.
You could probably still get confused if you like walk up behind them in a
Or
crowd
it's-
or something.
Or it's like on a very quick moment, because it is a thing you have to think about for a minute.
But like a skeleton, it would be pretty clear.
Indeed, there is a skeleton here with a satchel.
Hmm.
Taking a look around their, if you want to take a look around their supplies, because they might be cursed or ghosts or something worse.
I'll look.
You pick up the satchel, you pluck around inside. You find an old, like, very swampy map that's mostly falling apart. It shows a crumbled keep to the east of where you are, because it shows this little swamp. And it shows that the westernmost island, which you saw those sparkly lights around, is labeled with St. Alcatarim's Eye. St. Alcatarim. St. Alcatarim. There you go. You know, Paizo, if you make these names like readable on the first blush, be great. Be great. Oh, this
So
was not
apparently
bad.
There's a Saint's Eyes on the island over there.
Also, there's more in this pack than just that.
Yeah.
There is
Well,
an
I'm
invisibility
probably-
potion.
Ooh.
something called a beckoning cat amulet, and a couple of gold pieces. 15. His leather armor is rotten. Let's just put it like that. Even the curing process hasn't protected the armor from just getting swamped.
It's been here a while.
Ew!
So you want to go look for the Saint's Eyes, Alora?
Sure.
For you, since you're standing close to the eastern shore, it looks like there used to be a bridge here, but it's sunken or collapsed or something. You see like the tail end and the top end of a tree sticking out.
You can't see it. Also, Fuyu, if anything attacks me, you have your bow. Just end them.
Of course, I have my bow out.
For Fuyu's context,
Apparently
anyone
not
could
critical like ever.
easily jump across that little distance. The problem is, of course, landing safely on the other side, which is where your balance might come in useful.
I was
Alora
considering doing that.
slowly moves over. You got garlic protecting you up in the back. Now you're gonna meet him. You're gonna make a brand new friend.
Oh.
Indeed.
I like friends.
Do you like? I need to set these friends to have some. No, I don't want to give experience points. Thank you.
You could if you wanted to.
Oh, it doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do. Okay, gotcha.
I'll just level up for no reason.
We just go up to level 12.
Bella, you are suddenly assaulted in the back by spooky lights. But first, I need to look up something and see about this. Okay, we'll take care of that in a bit. As you move closer, several bright light sources. Get out of the way. Garlic, you don't get to sit initiative. As you approach them, the small lights begin to grow and glow brighter and brighter until eventually you are ambushed by a sense of dread that crawls up your back like an icy tickle. As you see visions of strange figures, but you can't identify them. They are too brief, too fast. The smell of the swamp turns to the horrible, rancid rot. This is against your will, you see. It says a +2 bonus because they are helping each other, but that's still not enough for a critical. Yeah, that's a normal. You are frightened one as combat commences.
Oh no.
The will-o-wisps will be using something else for initiative. Can I? How do I? Can I? No. I want to try. Okay, I guess I want to try something then.
No fun allowed.
So 14 and 31. There we go. Doesn't matter which one is which. I don't know why the initiative window takes so long to pop up. It's just initiative, guys. Alora, there we go. The will-o-wisp goes.
Or you caught off guard.
It's going to use a special ability. Oh no, that doesn't help it right now. But it can feed on fear. It glows brighter with excitement, suckling on your delightful goody goodness. You know what? It's gonna slap you with a lightning zap. Man, this attack bonus is high. Whoopsh.
Oh, that hits.
Zap. And then it scoots away a little bit. Whoop, 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 whoop.
What?
Ruby, they're sapping Alora.
Oh no. You're gonna move in.
Careful,
the
Garlic.
Rickety log.
Careful, Garlic. It creaks under his weight.
Oh no. Well, I'm gonna attack the thing.
Hit him with a glaive. Whoopsh.
Where the hell's my sheet? Here it is. Slashy.
Ooh, strong hit.
Nice.
You hit the little baby ball. Whoop. It turns out that just like a good Danmaku, his hitbox is smaller than it appears.
Yeah,
Alright.
but like a Danmaku, you take a lot of damage.
The wisp's glow fades slightly and the air fills with an unusual smell.
Ozone.
Probably. It smells like burning. But like not the
Yes,
crispy
I'm
kind.
gonna hunt that one that wandered off.
Oi.
And then
He's
you
just,
take a 2-action shot at him with Hunter's aim.
he's just a little baby. Phew.
Pew.
Maybe you should buy a rifle or a gun now that the rules exist for it.
We're in a city. They might have them.
Buy a gun. Get fatal. Get big dice. How big is
Yeah,
your
that's
gun?
it.
It's the biggest gun. And hey, since you're, no, I mean, no, it wouldn't actually. Your first turn would be Hunter's aim, and then like Hunter's strike with like the +2. And then you could reload and do it again and again and again. Basically become a sniper turret. It's a way to do it. It's a way to live life. Anyway, you have an action left, you know.
No, because I'd use one to hunt.
Yes, one to hunt and one to shoot.
No,
Hunter's
you-
aim.
Oh, you used Hunter's aim. Gotcha. I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, Laura, you're slightly spooked.
Alright, I'm gonna hit
It's
him
slightly
with the,
singed.
with the good lance.
Who are you good lancing? The one next to you? Gotcha.
Yeah, the one right next to me. Quit.
Pew.
Man,
That
we're
actually
doing
hits.
good on hits.
It turns out these things are chaotic evil. Which means they get
What?
blasted by goodness quite easily.
Bella, you did the
Yeah.
right one the first time this time.
Bella's no longer spooked. And, well, it was kind of hoping that you would become, like, super spooked so it could feed again, but apparently not.
Also, I'll use an action to smack him with my mace, because I have that out.
I got a stick.
Other than that,
Clonk.
Stick it to him.
Nope.
Be glad it's not a swashbuckler will-o-wisp.
it just like parries you.
Pulls out a rapier out of nowhere.
Lightning rapier and just on guard.
Well, since you're so eager on fighting it, zap.
Ouch.
One short of a crit. Be careful.
Bella, you're more singed.
After it's zapped you, it's going to go ghost. I mean, go dark. Suddenly, its light shimmers and fades from view.
Did we win?
There's another one.
How far can shock attack? Oh, it's actually just a melee attack. Wow. That blows. Whoa, 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 whoa. The other one also goes dark. Rui.
Huh.
You can
Well, that was
feel
easy.
the hairs on the back of your heads of your neck still stand up. They're still around. And they can zap you at a moment's notice.
Oh, well. I guess I'll just kind of ready and attack, I guess.
For you.
Use my third action after the ready to get Garlic to also ready and attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same thing and just get ready.
Alora.
I will also ready.
How do you heal yourself?
Oh yeah, I guess I could heal myself.
Garlic
Yeah,
becomes unnerved by spooky sounds.
I was gonna level 1 heal myself, so
Go ahead. Roll the dice. Add the
Yeah.
+8 from fun stuff. And then the will-o-wisp can feed on the sphere. Just a nice sippy straw.
I'll get 3 plus 8.
11. Unfortunately, forced to become back again as a result of sucking on. Garlic doesn't take damage from that, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just
Who's gonna smack that thing?
it just sucks on the fear.
I mean, now that it's visible again, we can all smack it.
Bonk.
I think
You go
since
first
Garlic
because you're
got
closer.
yeah, Garlic got hit, he can go first. Nope. And then me. For
Looks
you.
like it's up to me.
Better be careful, or Ruby's gonna get zippity zapped. Give me a 13, or she's zapped.
Oh wait, I had unclicked my thingy.
Ruby, unfortunately, as it
That
has
was
just
my hunted one.
as it has a freshly sipped as it freshly on your big friend's big energy. It has become extra energized and crackles with a lightning bolt of zap. It rolled like garbage. So you got the not so bad of it.
Hooray.
PF2e undergoes a similar experience of becoming frightened by a sudden chill on the back of your neck. That almost wouldn't have hit, man. Then it appears. Ooh.
Your will save sucks.
It's gonna feed on that fear. It's gonna take out the sippy straw, and it's just gonna zap you. Marvelous.
It barely hit me.
I wouldn't call that
Ooh.
barely. Zap, Ruby. They're zapping everyone, and they're sucking out the juice.
No, the horror.
Taffy, it hit me by 1.
Well, technically by 2 because you have to match or exceed. This is where I wiggle my eyebrows. Wow, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what you needed. The little
Right.
puffball of energy dissipates. Your last strike reducing it to a little bit of slime that drips upon the floor. It smells
Really?
strongly of caramel?
Wow.
Caramel?
Putty smell.
Caramella girls. Did they write Caramel Dancing? Thanks, John Measley. Anyway, you are now adjacent. But they're tiny electric balls you're trying to swing at with a big glaive. They're remarkably difficult targets. For you are moderately spooked, and it's right next to you, sucking up your fear juice.
I'm going to use my parting shot to step back.
And
see,
step
this
and
is
shoot.
the one I'd been hunting.
Step and shoot
Not
and step
these.
and shoot and slide and slide.
Yep. Actually, I wonder, would this thing be weak to cold iron?
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm going to try.
Give me that attack. It's flat-footed against your attack. So that
it's
hits.
flat-footed? Okay, good. I
That's
actually
the-
have a thing that I think works flat-footed.
No.
And then, because I didn't use Hunter's Aim, I get another shot.
Give him the
Wait.
goods.
Yeah, parting shot is 2 actions.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yes.
then I remove these.
Parting shot is real nice for rogues.
Why is it targeting that? I never untargeted the other one.
Alora.
Alright, I move closer. About, like, here.
You're fast on some
Alright.
feats.
Then, target. Nope, wrong button. Target. There you go. Just hit him with a good lance. Oof. We will
You're
hit
basically
them
trying to
again.
score a bullseye here.
That's my turn.
Actually, I forgot. These
Hmm.
tiny sprites are immune to magic of all kinds.
Oh.
So while you do hit it, nothing happens. It just goes resonates a bit. I forgot that they suck. It's kind of funny, because now do wizards still have good will saves? I don't know. Maybe they do. And if they do, it makes for good irony.
It's a good thing I didn't try anything bigger.
The tenacious will-o-wisp has had its fill. It's gonna wiggle out of here since none of you can be feared anymore. Whoop 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 whoop.
Bye, I guess. Yo, wiener.
You want to give it an attack of opportunity when it leaves, Ruby?
I don't care enough. If it's
You-
leaving, it's leaving. That's all we really wanted to do.
Excellent. We'll just assume
If
this
I
thing
had
isn't
rolled
gonna
back, I
bother
could
anyone
have
else.
attack for opportunity to.
We'll just assume that it's gonna attack no one else of the circus. Cool. Well, it's quieted down a bit, so you can walk around at your own leisurely pace.
Those things were rude.
Zap. The crackle of electricity, the smell of ozone, the tickle of electricity in your spine.
So was there anything over here?
You take a look around with your special eyes. That healing potion heal amount looks suspiciously similar to the heal amount you get from treat wounds, but that's just me. Yes, taking a look around, you find amid the tree roots a long silver chain, bearing a brass housing with tiny brass wings. At the center of it sits a clear spindle. Not a spindle, not a spoidle, but a spindle. Positioned so that it resembles an open eye.
Oh, definitely a religious symbol.
Yes.
Of some sort.
So this thing works like a wayfinder in that it can hold an Aeon Stone for you. And while the Aeon Stone is in there, you can also use it as a resonant power. Nice. So let me give it to you.
Yeah.
Open your loot bag and throw it in there. You also get a clear spindle, Aeon Stone. The clear spindle. If you've been invested in it for a week, you require no food and drink. And with the resonant power, you can use air bubble, which is a reaction, and it lets you put an air bubble in your head where you can talk and breathe normally.
That's just useful.
Now, for Pathfinder, for people who made this, did you know that pure air probably isn't that good? I mean, it depends on how you interpret air as being oxygen, which is kind of what it sounds like.
I just assume it means breathable atmosphere that won't kill you.
If you're going to be the kind of GM who looks at this and goes, it didn't say pure air, so I guess you can't breathe it, then you shouldn't be a GM anymore. That's license revoking kind of stuff. Gives me the wiggles, at least.
Well, I'm going to go check over here.
Okay.
As I mentioned, there is a broken tree, but lucky with your steady balance, it's no difficulty to get across. I mean, anyone can make the jump. They just might tumble a bit if they don't get help.
I'm also an expert in acrobatics.
Yep. Everyone else, however, when they jump over, might, flip off and fall like a little. It's so slippery.
I mean, I can probably make the jump perfectly fine with my athletics.
Yeah, garlic and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura can just get on garlic and do it the easy way.
Careful. You might run into PF2e if they stay there.
I gonna be moving.
Yeah, we're waiting.
So, good news, everyone. PF2e steps onto the weakened log.
Oh.
It goes crickety crack. Break Mother's back. Give me a reflex check.
That's my good one.
I hope so.
Here comes a 1.
Otherwise, you're gonna fall into dizzy. That is 1 more than you needed, or technically 2 more, because the DC is 18. You jump to safe ground wherever you consider that to be. Which is me saying you can end up wherever you want as long as it's adjacent to the tree log. The tree crumples downward, agitating a big, classy black pudding.
Putty. Me.
Yeah, it's a dizzy.
It bubbles and froths, and is angry that it has been disturbed. Its pseudopods reach up from the ground, ready to grasp firmly anyone who looks tasty enough to eat. And to be fair, you all look darling. Alora.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn. Sure, I'll just with the good spell.
Now, I shouldn't have to tell you that the vast majority of oozes are not exactly able to think very hard, so they're not really aligned with anything most of the time, unless they're like demon slimes or angel slimes, the classy ones.
The little halo or the little devil horns.
So it wouldn't really do anything.
Not really.
Alright, you know what? Sling.
Damn, Daniel. I mean, it's really easy to hit one of these things. Let's see. They are immune to... Oh, gosh. Wait. What the hell? Suction. They can climb on ceilings and other inverted surfaces. Nice! Oh, no. Oh, no. This is great. Anyway, you pelt him. I think this thing has corrosive, but is it... Like, what kind of corrosive is this? Metal or wooden weapon? Okay, so I guess stone... The stone just sits in it. There's just a rock inside of it right now. And hey, you can do that 2 more times if you want to, Bella. Just huck stones at it.
Alright, sure.
Its AC is 14. Even you have a chance of hitting it all the time.
Yeah.
Farm those hero points.
And one more. Actually, it'd probably be one action to take out the sling, because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Ruby, this big, frothing, spicy boy sits in front of you.
Oh no. First, gonna get Garlic to do an attack. Don't put that in your mouth, Garlic. Don't. Garlic. No.
No. It's like
Bad
chewing
pudding.
gum. Bad gum.
Garlic just kind of
Acid gum.
swats at it with
So-
its tail.
The way oozes work in the system for the most part is they're immune to criticals, but they have shit AC. They're great. They're just giant HP sponges.
Are these ones still immune to like piercing?
Probably.
Why don't you find out? Okay. Can I get a reflex check? Actually, no. I mean, it technically doesn't say that. Oh, it's corrosive touch that applies in that circumstance, isn't it? No, that's a whole different thing. I guess slapping it with your hand technically does no damage. That's just silly. Pathfinder, you specifically made a section that says that unarmed strikes aren't weapon attacks. Ugh, whatever. So I guess if you slap it with your hand, nothing happens, huh?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no specific rule that says that if you hit it with an unarmed strike, bad things happen. That's just goofy. Or I'm missing something. I assume I'm just missing it, but I think it's funny that they didn't include it because they thought that people would interpret corrosive mass properly. Anyway, reflex check. Or Garlic gets like, ooh, that's spicy on his tail.
Oh, just gonna get the spicy keychain.
You did give me the old spicy keychain. Anyway, Daisy.
And then on Ruby, gonna hit it with a power attack. So if I can't crit, I might as well do additional damage.
Excellent. You swipe with your glaive. But now here's the bad
Problem is
news.
all my attacks are precision.
You are also affected by this annoying concept known as corrosive mass. Or your weapon takes damage. I need to look up the damage rules because they never ever come up. Now do they?
Yeah, nobody ever cares about weapon durability.
Is there really? Yeah, even the GM screen does not have a section for like specifically items. It has one for structures. So even Pathfinder doesn't fucking care about this rule. Good job. Now hold R until you feel the click. Good job. Well, Ruby, you have one more action technically, don't you?
No, I had one. Why don't you get Garlic use their own action so I can, just bonk it one more time.
Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't take damage from that. It does something fun.
Oh no.
I forgot.
Oh boy.
You split him in half, baby!
Wait, I thought that was you had to do. Oh, because you hit it.
So each one has like 71 hit points now, which technically is one extra damage. There are now 2 slimes.
Double the go.
For you, there are now 2 slimes.
Okay, that's probably not good. And also, I don't think using my bow on this is good if they're going to keep splitting. So I'm going to use a special ability.
I can't believe this party is actually
Foxfire.
fireball.
Lightning, actually.
Excellent. Well, despite being black, like, I don't know, something that's lightning resistant, it gets zippity zapped.
Like rubber.
Zap.
And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use one of the items I picked up before.
Oh no, an item you've picked up before.
Dwarven Daisy.
Any of those things.
Crickle, crackle, crackle. Pow, pow, pow.
So it's 7 fire. And it has to do a fortitude save. It will probably pass.
Well, it doesn't have the... Well, I guess it can dazzle them. However, I don't think it's going to fail this fort save because 18 is like its modifier.
And it crit succeed anyway.
Well, it still takes the damage. Additionally,
And
I'm pretty
then-
sure you're affected by 2 splash damage, and so is the other pudding.
Buddy.
And then, out of safety, I'll add the 2 damage in a second. I'm going to step back into the brush.
Swoosh, the brush. I don't think that'll help you. These things have
I don't either, but-
very long arms.
They're called pseudopods.
Listen, you
Better
call them
hugging.
a pseudo dork whenever you want. A large tendril, a pseudopod. There you go. That's the word. I know it. I'm smart. Reaches out to garlic.
I know.
Garlic is gripped firmly and affected by strong acid, and then it grabs him
Dang it.
and squeezes him firmly. Squeeze. Which is to say that next turn he might start to constrict him, making him go. The puddings are slow. Well, not that slow. 20 feet. It slides out of the water, out of the debris of the tree, and then whips its pseudopod at you. For you. Whoopsh.
Oh no, I got whipped. Oh my god.
You are also gripped firmly. Do not fear. Being gripped is here. Alora, your friends are all getting grabbed.
Oh, there's so much problems I have with my spells. Like, one of them has a fortitude save, and that thing just eats fortitude saves. So,
Yeah,
what I will do,
that's what it always feels like, huh?
I will go for the one holding garlic.
You know, you have this thing called Hymn of Healing, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That might be like a
Yeah.
one-action spell you might want to throw out there.
Let me see what it is. Target 30 feet. You are an ally. Alright. Who is in 30 feet? Probably garlic.
Well, garlic is about to get acided, so it might be a good target. If you can get to Fuyu, that is also great, but do what you want.
I'll use on garlic, I guess.
I mean, there's Moonbeam. Moonbeam might work well.
No, what I was gonna do is the other moon spell I
Oh,
have.
wait. Didn't you dazzle this thing? How could I forget? Technically, it is affected by dazzle, so let me see about that. Nope, it's okay. Alright, so what are you doing, Laura?
Well, first I'm gonna hit the thing holding garlic with the moonlight ray.
Oh no, I'm so chilly now. Brrr.
Attack.
Well, it's now...
Do spells get critical or no?
Listen, this one literally says that it does, but it's immune to critical damage.
Okay.
Because that's how they counteract the fact that its AC is shit. It just gets a lot of hit points. Just roll me that damage, baby. Brrr. The slime
Also, it does-
cools and chills on the surface.
It also does 5d6 good damage.
That's only if it's a
Oh, wait,
fiend
no, only-
or
yeah,
undead.
Okay.
Well, Ruby, you're sitting on top of a firmly gripped boy. Did you know?
Don't suppose I can use an action to free garlic.
Why not? You chop off that
I-
pseudopod, as it were.
Get out of here. Dumb
Let
idiot.
go of my baby boy. Put a
Do I
crowbar.
roll for that, or just...
Yes, you have to roll me athletics. DC 28. This thing is big and strong. It's a lot of mass. Plonk. You free garlic.
I
Although
think I'm bigger and stronger.
your weapon or your hands like get a little acid burn on them. Not enough to damage it, but like you got the spicy keychain for a moment there.
Oof.
And
Gonna
it's
need to buy some new gloves.
well, that's one action.
And then, now that garlic's free, they can have their own attack.
Splat.
Buddy.
Don't forget
Buddy,
your fort
buddy.
save as you splash acid all over this place.
It's a reflex save. Dang it! I keep selecting myself as well.
If only it was a fire slime, you'd be so much better off.
But like,
Do you
3.
not carry a bludgeoning weapon with you? My goodness.
I could have sworn I grabbed a mace at some point, but apparently not. That's fine.
Lessons
I'll
learned.
Just have garlic do the attacking instead.
Get him, garlic. Get him.
Get 'em.
Solid blow. Fool you. You're firmly grasped by a pseudopod. It's gripping you and squeezing.
It is, and I don't like this. What do I need to roll to try to escape? Would that be athletics?
Yes, or you can use acrobatics or your unarmed attack modifier.
I could use my acrobatics, because I'm really good at that one.
Nope. I mean, you needed a 14 for that, so oof. MAP applies to escape attempts, by the way. It's pretty rough.
Wait, how much I need to get?
28.
Dang.
You need to roll 14 and higher. Because its athletics is a beautiful 18.
I'm going to Foxfire at the one holding me.
Let go! Don't I think your MAP applies here, so... Oh, that's a solid miss. Oh, no, it already applied it. Cool, then you hit. Whoosh.
Yeah, I did the MAP on it.
Woof. Well, I mean, you can always punch people, Dizzy.
With lightning.
You sure you just do a base 1d4?
Let me check. Because it's kind of dumb, yeah. Like, it's sadly not as good of an effect as I wanted, so... If you
Can't you use your hunter's thing on this, or not?
Can I?
Mm.
Then... Because I did hunt this one. So that would
Give him
mean...
the goods. Give him
so
the
damage
goods.
this way.
There we go. We'll go with that.
That's a bit better. And then I'm going to use that last action to try and get myself the hell away from this thing. I know I have -10, but screw it.
Also, quick notice, because you're probably going to ask, if something is immune to critical hits, it's only immune to the damage of a critical hit. It is still affected by the special bonus effects that critical hits do.
Yeah, so
This
it could
does
be-
mean that it's immune to deadly and fatal-like stuff, but if you hit it with a spell that makes it dazzle, it still ends up being dazzled.
Nope. Okay. I'm done.
Wah wah. The classy black pudding can't see quite as good, but it still wants to grab garlic. He's so close to digesting it. It slides around, gloop, 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 taunting you and your attack of opportunity. Well, first we'll roll for concealment. It fails. It's so blind it can't see garlic. But the second one is a devastating hit. Garlic, watch out! Here comes the slap! Wasploosh.
Jeebus.
Oh no. Garlic is down.
Careful not to fall off. The audacious pudding audaciously constricts you.
I
Roll me
think
a
we fucked up.
Big meanie.
So roll me a fort save there, bugaboo, fool you.
Come on, fort save. I want to hero point this.
Sure. Well, in that case, you would have made it. You only take half as you get squeezed. So that's only 6. You are drawn in a little closer. Oh, stop doing that. Why does that keep happening to me? Why does this happen to me? It starts slithering off with you into the water. You watch Fuyu's head sink deeper and deeper into the murky water. Alora.
Oh, well, I'm not down for that. So I'm gonna just hit Fuyu with a, yeah, I'm gonna heal Fuyu.
Nice.
2 action. That's right, 2 action is the 30 feet. Okay. So you get this plus 8. Oh,
If you're using
Should've
the
gone
second
better.
level version, that's plus 16, so that's 20 total.
okay. Okay.
Ruby, it's trying to eat your boy. It's trying to pick up garlic and throw it in there and just go munch, munch, crunch, crunch. And I'm not holding back, don't worry. It's going to kill garlic as best as it can because that's what it wants to do right now. That's all it wants to do right now.
I was dumb. I should have healed garlic before he's being taken.
Ruby! Ruby! You pull
Oh.
yourself together, man. Jump that pudding and strangle him.
I'm definitely gonna put myself in front of garlic. Don't also try to move it. Not doing it. And then, I guess I'm
Give me the old
going
Kirk
to-
special.
If I take it with the glaive, it'll do a little bit more damage, but it's also going to, make things worse.
Actually, you'll do 0 damage. It just splits.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, they're
I'm
immune to that kind of damage.
going to first battle medicine on garlic. Just try and get a little bit of health.
I mean, a glaive is also a long stick, so you could just use it as a long stick, right?
Yeah, use it for bludgeoning, not slashing.
Hit him with the god, give giving garlic the old not so spicy keychain.
And then I think that's 2d8 for treat wounds.
2d8, no 48 because it's a crit. And if
Oh.
you're using your expert thing, it's still a crit, but it's like plus 20. Or wait, I think it only doubles. Let's see. No, yeah, it's 48 plus 20, 10 in that case.
Okay.
So give him the big heal. Give him the old Resident Evil chest bump.
So yeah.
The Gears of War tapping on the shoulder.
Tap tap.
Anyway, you've
You're
got a
okay.
glaive. I'll say you can use it as a staff. It functions as a 1d8 club in that case, but you take a -2 because you're using it awkwardly. The weight's in the wrong place.
Still slightly better than an unarmed attack.
Stir that boy.
Critical.
Bang.
Amount of damage.
Leave my boy alone.
Just a regular button, not the critical one.
For you are slowly but surely becoming very intimately familiar with how murky this water is.
Okay.
It smells
have a
honestly
question.
kind of funky. It's probably the acid monster that's holding on to you.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I transform into a feral fox, will it lose grip of me?
See, a lot of people like to think the transformations are like near instantaneous, but I imagine there's enough. I mean, I guess it would lose its grip on you a bit. It would definitely be harder to hold on, but since it's already squeezing you, it would adjust according to your size, so it helps, but it's not a guarantee. Maybe it's like a
Okay, 'cause
bar
I
of
wanna
soap.
do that and then try to escape at the same time.
Do it. Show me the actions. So
Okay.
you, acrobatics, please.
Back to my skills.
We'll see if you escape a TC28. Oh no! It's
Nope,
grip,
I'm hero point rerolling that.
but it's a big blobby boy. Pap pap
I don't want
paps.
to be with Big Blobby Boy.
slip out and fall into the. It's not so deep water, but you are a feral fox now, so the water's a lot deeper than it appears.
Which means I can do this still. I can do this in my feral form.
Swing your tail at him. Eh.
Yeah, and shoot lightning at it.
For you, it's Zachary. What does it mean?
For you is pity paddling in the water.
Baby spell.
Unfortunately, getting tossed around in the water means that your aim is awful. Fine, Ruby. You have a death wish. This guy's got a death gift. He's got a kiss for you. This pseudopod slings at you. It slaps you. It grabs you. And then it moves. It begins to slide away with you. Fine, it will settle for the lesser prize. Also, Garlic, you are no longer dying, so could you stop that? Thank you. The large, audacious pudding does not want to let go of such a fine meal. So, whoopsh. I think that's a miss. Wow.
That is a miss.
I can't miss. I can't miss. Whoopsh. I can't lose. No! You're too small.
Feral Fox is just like, haha, what you got now?
He's Fuyu's too small to hit.
Yeah, Alora looks over and there's just like a fox there.
Swimming in the water, like doggy paddling.
And somehow dodging tendrils.
I don't know. Can't really.
Holy hell. Alora. I mean, you're Alora, help Ruby.
Yeah. Alright.
Excuse me.
What would it take to help Ruby?
I mean, you have Forbidding Ward, technically.
Yeah,
Technically, doesn't Spiritual Weapon do force damage?
Oh yeah. I
Force
thought
damage isn't protected against at all.
Also, you also have Heroism, which would have been nice for some people here. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there that maybe options were available.
Alright, well, what I'll do is I will heroism Ruby.
Now, the thing is about Heroism, I'm just going to throw out here before you waste your turn on it. It's not as good against these guys because it's again on attack. Because the problem with these guys is they hit with a big attack roll. That's like the big opener, and Heroism doesn't help with that. And you don't really need the attack because their armor class is like 14.
Use the force weapon, Bella.
Alright, spiritual weapon. Let's go. And then I'll smack the
Two.
smack.
He's got a bump on the noggin. Ow! My me! Ruby!
Well, I'm gonna try and break out from this idiot's hold.
I mean, you can always just bonk him with your stick until he goes down.
Yeah, but I don't think I can do that much damage. It's the
Not with that attitude, no! But do what you must.
Rolling 1d8s isn't gonna cut it.
1d8 plus 4.
The enemy of the break and clear. That's
yeah,
right.
the thing that we can't kill with either of our weapons.
It's too strong. Wiggle, wiggle.
Re-rolling. That why is that what that button does?
What the hell? What button did you push?
There's a little fist button.
That's an initiative button? What?
Why is that there?
I don't know.
Anyway, there we go. That's what I wanted to do.
You slip free and land in the 5-foot deep water. Sploosh. Well, not like 3 foot actually. It's not that deep. It's annoying, but it's deep. Not that deep. You stand on your feet is the point.
Yeah, then I'm gonna just kind of get back to shore, I guess. Have Garlic get up.
I mean, it really, really does want to get its big, greasy hands on that fox.
Wait, I didn't get a turn between that one and.
Oh yeah, because initiative got fucked up. All right, Ruby, go back to where you're supposed to be. No, I don't
Yeah,
want to set
my
your name
turn.
to 17.
Why?
There, Fuyu, your turn. You're doggy
Yeah,
paddling still.
I'm gonna get out of the water. I'm gonna clamber my way up all foxy. And they're gonna be like, the hell is that thing? Because I've only ever been humanoid. And then I'm gonna take my 2 foxfire shots at that thing.
Although I
Because
linked I put a gif of a Fuyu currently.
Beam attack.
I like how foxes love opening their mouth wide.
Here we go. Ah.
They think they're so cool.
And the other one. Yay,
Zap.
too bad it's immune to criticals.
Yes.
Ba-ba.
This is curiosity. What would the critical damage have been? Nothing.
Bzap bzoop. The puddings make their withdraw. They sink off under the water surface, and you don't see them
Putty,
anymore.
putty.
Mean and rude puddings.
The rudest. Illegal. That much you know. Well,
They're supposed to be friends.
you're all very sizzly. That much is certain. You smell of acid, you look like acid with all little puffs of smoke coming off of you.
Well, I wasted a second spell slot.
And then I shift myself back to normal. And by
Leggies.
normal, I mean humanoid fox.
Do one of those things like dogs do, where they shake themselves off first.
Don't. You gotta be dry before you give yourself the old. Well, that seems to be taken care of. Probably, hopefully.
Probably not. Probably gonna ruin our day at some point in the future.
I mean, what we could have done is constantly slash them since, you know, and make them smaller.
But their stats were getting lower.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They were still beating our asses.
Then they just get 99 turns and obliterate us.
Yeah, the
Man.
problem is we'd have to kill those.
Well, they do split the hit points evenly, so. I think the idea. Let me just show you the best case scenario for a pudding. You hit them a bunch of times with slashing attacks, so you get like a whole bunch of them, and then you hit them with something that does a reflex damage, like say a fireball. You hit them all, and they suck at reflex saves, so they all just fucking die from it, and they all have like 10 hit points left. Bada bing, bada
Hey,
boom.
Bella, do you know Fireball?
I
Unfortunately, you
have
decided to
back.
go very martial.
Also, Divine Caster.
Exactly. Although,
I have Spray of Stars.
now, oh yeah, it's 4th level. You get that. Well, that's just how it works out. Sometimes you're good against some things, sometimes you're bad against some things. I mean, when you're dealing with undead, Elora's got the blasts. When you're dealing with dudes who have low AC, well, you've got 2 dudes who really like low AC, so, you know.
Or dealing against multiple dudes at long distance that only have melee attacks? Yo.
Exactly. Point is, not every fight is going to be your fight.
Yeah.
Additionally, if you
Well,
split them
I
up
hate-
into a bunch, you also get more splash benefits.
I hate saying the thingy,
But it's late, you're tired?
but I kind of need to get some sleep.
Excellent.
It is late.
Okay.
Well, it's not just that it's late, it's that I
You've
have
been on a
slept
trip
4
and
hours
everything,
in
yes.
48.
Yeah, go get sleep.
Get out of
I
bed.
just wanted to have some game
Yes.
with
We got
friends.
game.
Yes. Now go, Bap Ringo.
He's asleep. He went to bed.
No! We can't bap him like that.
The ultimate defense.
Criminal scum.
Only a criminal will bap a sleeping person.
He has violated the law.
No, to
Instead,
prison.
you just gotta go
Go, Bep.
inside their dreams and bap them that
Go,
way.
Bap. You got a lot more encounters left here for you, kids.
But,
Yeah.
boy.
Bye bye.
Bye.